On Midweek Frontline tonight, we take yet another sanitized the Christian community. This development followed a surge in the proliferation of churches used as conduits for religious deception, manipulation, falsehood, and other unchristian practices by self-styled, those religious leaders in Rwanda. Tonight, on your Midweek Frontline, we ask, can Ghana replicate this model? Is it time to adopt similar measures to curb the growing wave of religious abuse across the country? I am Kweku Annan, and of course, this is your GPS Tonight live from the very HQ here in the studios of CTV and across dozens, picking the feed. We start with, of course, our own in Sunyani. Sunyani is doubling up, lifting it on Sunyani 88.1 FM. Western region is just lifting the feed on Tadi 99.1 FM. London has just picked it up on GOB broadcasting on modernghana.com and still on GOB. The feed is on www.gobtv.tv plus Apple Music. Of course, the information super dial is heard live on my CTVGH and the Frontline Ghana. My CTVGH and the Frontline Ghana plus the interactive segment on the WhatsApp line 0202973461, and I will read all your messages for you folks. I believe we are all doing fine. Of course, we welcome our viewers here in Ghana and around the world to the nations. Of course, here we call, or we are on the prognosis of all. And
the Frontline with Kwekwanan only on CTV.
Our
The Frontline with Kwekwanan only on CTV.
Next tonight, folks, is the Midweek Frontline, and again tonight also I bring you the very last batch of the Rwanda's formulated policy. If you recall, last week, this week Monday, and of course the weekend, midweek, we are giving you the very last of the Rwanda's chapter, and we are demanding to know, can Ghana walk the pathway of the Rwanda's situation? And I know many of you do know now what we are asking, that Ghana, as it were, if we can replicate the same situation that Rwanda finds itself or herself in now. Why?
The Frontline with Kwekwanan only on CTV.
This strange religion.
The Frontline with Kwekwanan only on CTV.
What? Religious manipulation, deception, dogmatism, and many more.
The Frontline.
We need to curb
only on CTV.
the influx of indiscriminate worship using multiples are meant for something else. And above all of these persons comes, and what they say to, they say to the people is that God has called them. As you often hear in Ghana, that God has called us to come and perform miracles. Yeah, folks. And if you recall, I have expose all this document to Ghanaians.
Only on CTV.
So far, how far Rwanda has gone with this policy framework. And I again broke the news to you that if Rwanda has managed to do this, Rwanda has done this courtesy, or if you like, by good people who are nonetheless Ghanaians, help Rwanda to navigate the path. And one among such,
the Frontline with Kwanan, only on CTV. The Frontline with Kwanan, only on CTV.
like this, you cannot go to Rwanda today. Go and hang anywhere. That's
the Frontline with Kwanan, only on CTV.
The nation Rwanda is well properly managed. So tonight, I will read the summary of the report for you. I'm going to read a summary of the report, how they managed all.
The Frontline with Kwanan, only on CTV. 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 The Frontline with Kwanan, only on CTV.
That we should be able to know the gateway to Africa, the beacon of democracy and whatnot. All of this must help us change and do things better. But you can see that, hey, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We still continue to taxi, and that's the most unfortunate part of it. We continue to taxi around as if though we are making some giant effort. Guys, are you okay with my sound? Good. You see, we continue to taxi around the gateway to Africa, the beacon of democracy, and all of those whatever nomenclature. It still does appear we ain't going nowhere. We still come back. A nation like Rwanda has gone too far, battle has off, all right? Several hundreds and thousands of people were murdered, were killed, right? The Hutus and the Tutsis, these people murdered themselves so badly. Today, the news report tell and testify that the people of Rwanda are on the path of rising to become, if not the giants of Africa, sooner rather later. Trust me. They came here, pick our educational policies some years back, and today they've gone too far in education. We continue to taxi around. We are still here. Okay? Again, much as that now we are all comfortable with, we've opened the floodgates and have allowed all sorts of unscrupulous practices of religious groups, whatever. And part of your constitutions says what? Freedom of worship, freedom of this. Who told you that freedom of everything is the path to go? Who told you? Freedom of worship, and so therefore freedom of worship, everybody can even walk with his head down and his two legs up right there in the outer space, regardless of whether or not he is infringing on somebody's right, forgetting that also again part of our laws that says what? Where one man's freedom ends begins yet another man's freedom, right? And we don't care. All about free. Who told you that the world we live in is like a free world and you can do it? Even the America, the world's power, the world's power, the global superpower, who believes in the policy called the free world, you not even do things like that there. In America, where we call the free world, United States, you still cannot be seen to be doing things anyhow you want because it's a free world. No. There are laws that must guide humans, or else humans will do their own thing. So this is where we are proud of, that now we've managed to we've sold all of these warehouses that several decades ago, these were warehouses and factories were there, people were working there. These factories were producing food products. These factories were manufacturing stuffs and so many other things so guess what? Right from Kwame Nkrumah days, that as the last time Kwame said, 450 factories, where are they? How many remain? I cannot recall. So then can we say that from 24th of February 1966, Kwame Nkrumah died, all this? Let's say that Kwame Nkrumah was, he was the, what word I'm looking for? He was not the right man for this country. So Kwame Nkrumah is gone. What about we who know better than Kwame Nkrumah, or those who know better than Kwame Nkrumah could not have done it better, could not have helped to achieve what then was proposed to be achieved rather than that of what Kwame Nkrumah left? It's what we continue to countenance, and we continue to enjoy the past glory of Kwame Nkrumah's leftover. Aren't we ashamed? Look at the motorway. Motorway was built about 40-something years now. It's been how many years? 40-something years. Now we are trying to put yet another. We are trying to give it yet another facelift of the motorway. Really. Anyway, so you see, we've opened the floodgates for these scavengers. I call them scavengers. And they are all everywhere at the corridors. Whoever you are calling the WhatsApp line, please. The WhatsApp number is not meant to be called. I've opened it. Don't call the WhatsApp number. Send message on it. Please respect yourself. Okay? We've opened the floodgates, and you can see terrible and naked nonsense and naked stupidity, naked foolishness, naked what? How bad, my goodness. These people are not normal. Well, I'm getting ready to just leave, go and continue my life somewhere and leave the country. At the end of the day, wherever, Charlie, man, you fall. If you fall on your right or you fall on your left, definitely you may be taken care of. Won't it be? Yes, of course. You will. Yeah. I just this afternoon, there was a conversation I had with a big man. I said, Chief, Sekweku, obey you, obey. And I said, no, Chief. I cannot continue to say that there is still light at the end of the tunnel. No. And ye you but the circumstance that we ought to chart the path to get it right, we don't want to. It's an uphill task for this people, this your men in leadership. It's a difficult one. They can't just listen and walk the path and get it done. That's an uphill task. And if something is an uphill task for someone and the person is unable to walk the path, can you therefore suggest that there is going to be a result? Absolutely not. There wouldn't be any results. And that's why we have to swallow the pill as it is now. So it's like a wind blowing. It will blow us like a leaf right on from the tree. Wherever that we land, if we land there and that place is a soil that can help, if not, and it's a dry one, so then we are consumed. Folks, check the rates. On my way to work, a woman called my office line and was complaining that Kweku, hey Charlie, the way now the Christian community in Ghana is going, Kweku, is so terrible. So terrible. Kweku, don't give up, okay? Don't give up, don't give up. And she's I guess that she's an elderly woman, and she was advising me. I said, hey, let's see what we can do. Folks, isn't it disturbing? By close of today, the circuit courts in Western region, the high courts in Bolgatanga, the appeals court in Volta region, one of this, has sentenced a 25-year-old man or a 30-year-old man or a 40-year-old man. What was his crime? His crime was he's gone to steal something very insignificant. Something very insignificant. But as long as that's prohibited, it's against, it's an inimical to the laws of Ghana. And so the law must take its course. The law is the law, and the law must deal with this individual. What about those who are polluting the atmosphere, the proliferation of the pollution of the atmosphere through the usage of what? Bad language, demonic language, satanic language that continue to gaslight people into a place of no return. And if they are to gaslight these people into a place of no return, as if that is not enough, again, whatever they are doing, also in to their benefit, that they become fabulously rich. They are making money onto themselves. Their bank accounts are fat. They are living lavishly, and the laws will not take care of them. And then we later comes to say that, oh, you know why? What they are doing is non-profit organization, yet they are building mansions, making money, and causing disaster and harming society and destroying society. And your laws finds it comfortable that, oh, they are the very good people in society, so let's allow them. Oh, they are the very nice people who are helping society to grow. Whereas in another nation, they see them as the most evil people, satanic people, and they are cracking down on them, and some are running out of town to Tanzania, Zimbabwe, and other places in African nations. Somewhere in the 80s, if you recall, I was a little boy. I remember Rawlings took the Rawlings, and his people, the PNDC government, if you remember, the PW, the People's Defense Workforce, and all of those, PDC and all of that. They chased a lot of people out, and there were so many edifices that were closed down. Yeah, it was Rawlings' time. The Masonic temples were all shut down. It was Kufuor who came and opened it. Am I lying? That's correct. Rawlings came and shut down many Freemasons buildings and temples. Whether they are doing something good or they are not, that was inconsequential in the equation. Rawlings meant to shut down any form of whatever secret religions or whatever. Rawlings' time, there was not like freedom of worship and stuff. No. But you see, sometimes let's be frank to ourselves as these people of color. Look, in every situation where we sometimes believe that it is more dictatorial and whatnot, but in itself also many times kept the situation, and it moves us into conducting ourselves morally, if I'm not telling the truth. Think about it. In many situations where adversely it does appear it is the most cracking down of dictatorialship and whatnot. That's in itself also sometimes is what walks all of us on the moral path, and we learn a lot. When Kufuor came, bam, then Ghanaians, Kabmemin Kibi, this and that and that and that, and the system started broken, and then all of these secret societies started springing up. This, that. Rawlings era. Can you just wake up? Did you hear a lot of all of this proliferation of churches? Rawlings era. Did you see that Ghanaians, for all the period of Rawlings administration, did you see a lot of what? Avalanche of churches all around. This corner, this school, this multi-purpose building is being used for a school. Did you see those things? Did you hear all of those noise? Hey, we are praying, pray. Lekusu, and all those nonsense. Did you hear that? Forget about, I mean, it's not about whether Rawlings did something great for this nation, but for him for that dictatorialship to help Ghana walk the path of that moral uprightness, I commend that government, the PNDC government. Oh yes, corruption was there, but trust me, you will not go scot-free without the PNDC government taking care of this. What about today? And I'm sure now all of us, the news by the hour, the gargantuan corruption at its apex, and nothing can be done. The MPP go, the NDC come, the NDC go, MPP come, and then they continue to do what the Americans will say, the shift-shape approach. All right, nobody is trying to do anything to obliterate. We don't want to do anything to obliterate this canker, this cancerous disease. We are more happy to see what being orchestrated, and then the intellectual class will just go and sit in their selected radio stations, and then they will start and speak all the nice brofo and the nice English whatever, and say, look at this people. They are sick, they are mentally sick and weak. Guys, tonight we'll look at the final parts of the Rwanda's chapter, and then we zero down. Can Ghana replicate same? For me, I'm doing my own. After that, I'll be gone. Yeah, that's what you're going to do. Tonight also, I have a message for all our listeners and viewers all over the world. Tonight, I have a big message for you. So wait for the message, okay? And then we'll see how things go. All right, so up next would be Ghana Speaks, proudly brought to you by Biogas Experts. All right, Biogas Expert tonight is coming up shortly. Let's get started. And I drink common dear emu bed papa emu de and common now common nana said me the last report of Rwanda situation in Medebrel. Rwanda kunto kwa bebre wasasi su Ghana obi anim ye kwaye the peacekeeping ko honom ne ade na ne wanwan ne se and Rwanda etimi nya ne nan so gina simpie so Africa emene waye nhihye bi ato ho se esom basa aye so basa mu dada nkrofo ye ha nkrofo ene ye say ye de esom ebu nipa epo ye de esom etutu nipa ntem ye de esom eseye busua ye de esom edi bone bebre na se ni na mpo no wo mu ye ene nche be si ho a ni na de makeken na nso no ebe wie se eyemfasodie kese emma sa nipakuo we ya ye from self-style, self-acclaimed, self-imposed theatrics, dramatics, crooks, thieves, criminals, and evil men of God parading at the corridors of nations in Africa. Ghana kaho says I will hear record na Nigeria phone edimuntin edikan na Ghana toso and sana Kenya, South Africa no my account Rwanda de na sumadwe no the ebisa ne say Rwanda paper no report no a wo mo ye ya wo mo de ayeden edisa nkunim no yere say Ghana mpinifo betimi e de sa report nso ayeden ato efom kama Emma impinifo ni na no yetimi ehu se ebeboye anase emwaye no eno ho enkomo ena anadwe ye babedi ewa ha na ebium said the no another bill and so that the Frontline show and so I will expose Cassia and then expose na maybe can emu asem bi akere Ghana for yeah and then be the casting bi I will expose ni mu akere Ghana for chewa so particularly mo wo otwen honhom a motimi atwen a bedu empempenso yi me wo announcement kese e de masa enipa fowe exposing my yen say enye expose yen say obia na say no please oh me we need time mami me need time ma nti de bia na me wo kase me ka che Ghana for say me no me ya dia nye dom no hu ya na ye hwehwe o say no me ni sa da je no what I say you will nipa ko bi wo mu a ewiase no mo no wo mu e wo ha for a purpose ebiom wo sense of reason a wo di yom bibia enye nipa no mo ma say no wo ma say enwan say be predu asan e kwa we no di supi no no just we new purpose what I say nti expose no e won a purpose nti a eba ene wo ma expose no so aye den bama wo matimi ehu enema bie ne so okay nti mesrawa chana so why nti ene anatwi me den komo bi kase pa beto ho de ama obi about this expose. So folks, if I dream my uncle Ghana Speaks proudly brought to you by Biogas Expert 4. Biogas Expert 4 no omo de edwumako we woni me no omo an enam enne show no we be amasha see free wo de hwe de eba Biogas Expert 4 I me no mo tu anamo sonko na amadwi enkomo a me no obedie no kire se me pese ebu kompo kakra be na ye hwe niam mienu particularly say the way see ni dan ewie ana say bi kro wo adwen bi say oba be si dan ene chinya na na meeting ka boss an kai say sa afi na wu be si a ana make bi ye secret do eya level bi a enche ye be flow so na yabo eyino a fence and chance no a na che say bibi so be cost we inside or eye den a ene ye friend no the state of the arts POP papa mon fan to screen is mama POP papa eno na wo hwe no screen so no now sa POP we edwumako bie ni Ghana ha kwakom de me de ato epono so edwumako bie ni Ghana ha wo mukuta sa POP design we dan yenum a ye den ye edwuma we me na me ka kiro POP papa enti se bia afina odan no usia ene wonya siwie ya na maba fast na maba POP ne de ama wate men kama fe designs no edorson nti guys mun rolling na Ghana for no hwe designs no ebi ne uhwe we ya I say hwe design we din I say oba wa bopons design din hwenidin I saw ba wa bopons na wati ne ni echi ne why bibisa no very nice very nice we yensa no edwumanie POP fe now sa POP we mi kire we POP bia enyoma ne materials na ye dia no ni na ewo non combustive substances a kire say eja ebeto dan neja to dan mu a eja to dan mu a at the end of the day no o dan enhye bibia enye edan no POP ni is so strong such that e be save bibia wo dan me kwaku anan na me ka we akiraw. I'm telling you this and I'm not lying, I'm not kidding. Me say e be save dan no ama sa POP na yesi ama no asem bi kan o wi ase de ye koya na ye dream bibia ho boni bi ma ne ade but fane say asem boni bi na esi na eja atod dan most of eja no eta depa ebra ewura ceiling mu a because of enua no egu ho no but we nyi enua asem biom sa POP asema me ken kuta great substance and one a fight fire no ekuta fire service elements libra eja na desen a entimi ne masro nhye nioma no ebedum a kind of crutcher ibidum until you have almost about 80 to 90% to protect and your man assume and say it janu break it up from the ceiling and yet a soro pen and ebeshe intimi muma inside the hobio until be ka soro keke na che say nyoma ni na no ayeden aye save mesrel ma wenimre na POP no biogas expert engineers idwuma ya kwadare wo no ye ne ye sa nyoma yi na ye ne kama e de ba wate enti bia afi na dan no ye si a eno no most of no say POP there ye si dan no a ene ye sa de no so no enti ye si afi na wo be si mesraw ma memra na me POP no ho adwuma mfema wo e bi real estate for bebre ene edan sie no sebe me kan say mo aye mra kakra because of enyoma no said ye de konti no eno real estate for so betimi aba na muni ebedi enkuta ho ne age contract ne ya en fefefe hweda we mu pa na wo hwese de yaye POP no wo a enya wo fe a efe yi papa we de we kan say kwaku mu nsa no eye kama papa kojo awono o say the whole of this year kojo menini nhia e kojo ye busy am anya easy sa nti say me take the mantle ne ye hwe ne ye nti POP ho asema me no ken obeboa wo papa ye ankra mo musisi mu dan POP obetimi kwade wo design aba wo de ba na ye hwe so a ebetimi e design ne ya POP ne de amount. I promise you folks enya de a eye better sa kra hwe we say sa POP we say I say esoro I say nsu beto aye no ho bi say clouds bills de ben ni na no eye nipa na tena se that innovative and the creativity na ye de ye no eye nipa na tena se ne ye dwene but I seen here kama I we so the eyes will be any more water in the chinum ne sa no as in an turn you call right maybe so you call left prefer na light no wo and address say oh ha what hana wo hwe with TV I say living room here prefer asundwe mu kama bi sa o boni bia so mo kwem na ye fe so say wa wodan ye bi si no say ye why dan yo say ye multi purpose ye POP bia would a multi-purpose dome and I say a conference a big house a debe minim if you can say the nekasi city but the America trying to say if you look right to say the entire greater Accra the entire capital ye betimi a POP woman ni na IF kama e the amount enti Mr. Maweni enko minimu wia quickly my mensan fa mura the very borehole maka ho asem for a very long time and I continue to stay a while longer e wo borehole ho kire say ensuo de ensuo pa ho nsem e wo man mu sisi ade Ghana ni bia anim e very very severe ensuo abaye one of a multi devastating idea enya asem ketwa kire say government so boaw mansuo eba ofie through organization Ghana Water no so ababonte abeka sese so ntimi fensuo ne ma nti aban ne be de na aban ne betue aban nan kasa no so oboa ma Ghana Water ne nya na hoden mo mutumi kɔ nsuo akese de do memu a eye biremu o eye river prow river nkobra river din ni nara iranom aban a oko aban oba o boni kese a wo mu diti a wo nkasa wo mu emanfo wo mu timan no se wo mu sei nsuo ni keke abra emfa wo mu ho awa akonu ase bia so sei nsuo ni keke wo mu se no kwan ben so wo mu se ne se won mu pade bi e wo nsuo no mu mipo mu ni wirem ni kwae mu a wo mu frɛ ne se gold na sa no yankopɔn ebo asase no man na o se yemfa meye na munye no responsible a year mo se munye Inti lead to say in soon nara all the river in river down mining na say your river water bodies and then your forest reserves ni na say and only baby ebedru na what dream be say at the papa bi ba me say twen eye kakra bi eye break kakra bi kweku I'll be gone. The rest of our journalists, if one or two or more, I say, who left from right and one back can maybe I'm a that's okay. But what I mean, can baby, and one of better answers, oh, now, I brand here and not your bad TVs or info, so he's somewhere. Son or mine or more penal. Kwame Kuno. to be say Ghana bio no mote Rwanda asema making hwe me ame wo fa Professor John Bosco omne design ma Rwanda enam so man no enipa omutim ne enipa wo nya so brachere of benimfo no pa de papa bi dia mo man no wo mo peka nko mo peyedie epempuntuo dia mo man enye wo benimfo no omote o man no is a mechanics who timia tinity na supem ensuo eho problems no en solve na solve china by the time I obey wadin say wo ba say kwagu me hwem wo kwagu mo betu nsuo bi mrem no na saa time ne nsuo materials ye de yebu na nsu dimrika ekosoro afuto na wo bon sa na Ghana ni nyoma bebre ye ni na say mpeta ye di agro tete ho saa on fani serious me come dey na meja hwako so no ti the American say moye ankro ebia na brono kakra bi na motie saa brono ni nsuo emma nsuo ma no ntino amade bia na ese ekofa fence tanka kese ni bi bu nsuo gum ni ye deba na afi obia ebu ne de na ye de kofie na no mo be use for how many days, weeks, month. 2 science na kasa be do the doorstep of the community name na contaminated. 3 why say tank and ever best supply in soon rather than to have all your taps flowing. And no migusu na make a choice say moya ankro edikan. Mumra na mune biogas for metnase. Muni e betna ho uni ma de be ya mamu. Ye be hwa e bibia kama na mo no munko operate borehole no e wo community ni mo. 2 afi e betimi so network ensuo no pipes e de ama every home. Ma ye borehole ni wi a ensuo no timi akọ every home. We build a tank na ma ye nhyehyɛ ma ensuo no ye bie mo bia tap e flow. 3 afi mo sa nipa no se mo ye mienu miensa na mo ne biogas be di nkoma mo na mo take control of the water flow enti bosumi bia na nipa e wo area mo tumi eden age o mo water bill. What a business. This is a classic business, and I tell you Ghanaians mo face such challenges no mo ne biogas for me di nkoma. 2 say one kase na ye wo fie ene nsuo no wo hia wo dia na say just as make us say kodo e so ochine 2 anamon eko baby borehole inti so no enti say wakasa ofia bomodi anabra oba eno so ye no be sa nhyehyei na ne yetu e de ama wankasa ema wo pipe so wo living room o bath o toilet any baby kitchen nsuo flow e wo taps mu ema wanimpo age keke ema asomria ba ate nsuo ni electricity emu ne yin na abefa chememe se fansuo ate yes water is life. Okay, electricity dey send here it mean mounted solar panels no me ade area tanaye that way na aban pu ntimi network solar panels ema the whole nation every afra say bia na Ghana experience dey ben dum so mo bobe ekro ni yetan o me bia wo mpeni na adwene dey etini sisi so ba me boa mo wanka se wafo ho adwene na wadwene nti na borehole asa make chiro no na nya nnani o kire bi na nsuo na eba afi minimu wi a mo nso a mo build it say mo sisi mo dan obi o ma bi dan ba miensa na wusie dan miensa ba ko ha na why imagine say nsuo a water tanker na air so de aba site or every week ayedwuma tanker yi charge nsuo tanker yi to ne fuel tanker nieme bebre nti aden na wonye den wonfa ni nan kambo ni ntu nsuo no wo site ho na mon use nsuo no emfanye site project no na asomdwe bia emba we na make we hwe Apollonia de na ye ko 2 year so me can say we 2 weeks mini zero no e 2 years soje ni bi dia o soje ni pa can you imagine say we 2 soje ni o ye soje ni edwuma na wanye ni ya but we are very happy. Problem biama the year 2 in recent times problem biama obia sum edwene kama so afimide mu wie ne hwe wo mo nso a ebia motaya ade bia brochire fo ne na me na mo beka we ene say oya oso yemfa me de car bi ko Ghana na wo mo fanye adwuma na car intimi emfa enye sales emra yes enye bad idea me support us but oftentimes what stories na narrative no say car be do ye na ye adwuma anche driver na ko say car no so no in the say car no to ne be $5,000 e bi kra na akwesa splinter bar cc bi ni ade nche enye bad o na ubeyi uto no $5,000 or more we be yi wo port ho no so say duty no saying and send ya baba ye hu ni dia hye nipa da seninsa koye dwuma na face cabra no ano wasate this manager kan na me chose ade we cheni na pam no twa no nkwankyerɛ soro if you area nim ho nsu ebetumi hia nipa ho ye ba mensa kit kese we any moto ye hye we almost the same nti ye hia the size of this say near the moto na hye form ye to asase no ekɔ asase na komam kɔ ho 1,000 miles down near kwako lifting nsuo no near the aba na ebusua na eden eton nsuo no ofie ho kopme tama obia yebetimi nya nsuo ma bibia kama obia ho atɔ no what I say sika ba fie a wo mu di say sika yeden wo mu di hwe mo ho de ye niam de bie ahwe fie no e de aye niam bebre na wei e de na achi wei moto nya de na ba be send na otra ometu nsuo ya tomato ya chese asomdwe nko a woti abrochiro na wasomadwo nya afi ne bebo amane wofa car no eno okɔ na ama wofa car no process achi car no nsem bebre Ghana for adada ye nipa bonefo ankasa ewudifo ye beda abrochirefo isa bom nsem agisika ni nara mi wa na asem na ntesa bonesem kwa na obi diska ma ni nua se wonsi dana oba na kwaye nko na da ohun kwaye na otwahwe no ano wanya stroke eno so sa bone ati se Ghana fo na giato unua bi nyame anadom wo brene kreni brene obrene moje ni wo awo no mu sa ye kakra obetimi ayema oba wenye ba bi ni tiato o se menye bone tani pom ti sa omai we mu bone di bone chi bibia enti wo ye bibi wo fia mesero no why very very careful ama wonsa ensi fom ne kwakra no real estate for mo a musisi dan de meka kire mo se mosomo momoden na mo ye den mo fa maso na se real estate bit na ba be tubo us bia be makoma be nsia na enson wo site near build septic tanks akase de amamo. Okay, plumbers ye juma 24-hour economy na na ewom no. Dem ka hote 24-hour economy na na ewom no. Amanfo ye juma na pe wiane anadwo tetetetetetetetetete. Be bia ye shadaji nim machine si ye juma nim ne rollers we ye juma ma plumbers ye juma uti na de o ke be bia ye busy 24-hour economy ye juma se ka say port one ma ye say busy say keke. Onioma betimi aba anadwo 3 a.m. 2 a.m. yebeyi ema ye de abefie saa na oma ye chechire no ye koenim kakra ne bibia ekoni no ate enti real estate for no so na bia na ensuo nti de bia se mo break into madwuma na me ma semese mo ba ye betumi aye nhyehyɛ ne mo akɔsa ito ekotu bia mamo pumps 6 bi ne ye de ahyehyɛ for ne ya build tanks be 6 wo hɔ a I don't think the plumbers will be in need of water. The waiting is simo dinosaur. A dino you must build it in record time because if you could be dying. So what I said, and naming things so it may hinder the progress of the project. Biogas guys, see this is it. Now biogas for you Jumakubia, your numbers in the guys, more fun numbers in brain na member. Now Ejumakuwe ubetimi afre any day anytime. Biogas expert, can I have the numbers guys? Ubetimi afre anytime. Now ofre biogas for intimi ampeke. What it means is in a site. It the numbers here me mon famra mon zero down manemra ekakra. Numbers here good screen is 055 589 3001 and ask 0546 205 377. I repeat 0546 295 377. Did I call it well? 0546 205 377. Yes, and I'm 0546 205 377 and a 055 589 3001. Open so I mean can the other way around. 055 589 3001. Nina WhatsApp so. Ete mu bia no utimi e WhatsApp en wo frɛ na obi ampeke call na enye dene. Go on WhatsApp, store it. Minimum pa store na say Frontline Biogas. Send me penese wo ye no voice recording. Mayenya wudin Brono ana region ko a woni edi nkomo no free so bia na wo pa east west ana greater Accra. Mayehu 3 dia na apese e be yema kanina akire will return the call na afie no idem atwaso na yetimi a resolve o problem ni na edi amawate. Guys, Shannon so na bibia ebekoye. So just gone past biogas expert engineers. Well, folks, my members are announcement we at the dark side of life. At the dark side of life, my members are announcement we quick announcement we and that screen is of course one of president, one of men can I say he's one of decent CEOs, President John Dramani Mahama. Yes, one of his decent CEOs are Onfomuni Agro, and at the same time Osansuye President Nankasa so the immediate neighbor. Osansuye meso me group chairman said Agungu so ne immediate neighbor Omina Ewo Asihe. Yes, the chief executive officer gets fund Mr. Paul Ej, of course. Pape Onona Adia Atunini Papa Paul Ej's father-in-law has just passed on, and a year we see impinifui na and I so told the President Mahama so cry no be on that sa a year we nipa the father-in-law what from Mr. Clement Kofi Akomia Sechi ID 92, and of course Mia Doma coming this very week next one airbano NHS a funeral arrangement with airbus, so of course on the 27th March 2026 and a airbus Immaculate Conception Koth Church Asin Fusu Enedumedina airbus or Ebesha says 7 p.m. of course to 9 p.m. right? Yes, Ata. Yeah, Shedia corn air black and white, and then far past and burial mass, and also take place Saturday, 28th of March 2026, time 6 a.m. sharp. So no, not just say Jumedino air concert in the far past and tribute, and also 9 a.m. ne burial mass ni nano or Roma ni penipa. Nani nana totwa so, and also because Immaculate Conception Catholic Church Asin Fuso Atano say a black and white, right? Interments private Saturday 28th and on the final item Saturday 28th in March 2026, time 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. venue Catholic School Park Asenfusua Atane black and white. Thanksgiving normally be ni kwesiada 29th March 2026, and also be started sorry no dey be and asia sorry no 9 a.m. venue no so Immaculate Conception Catholic Church Asenfusua Ata all white. Ne kwesiada na dem ataria wo de ekono all white and enti adeato aban penny way Ninipa Paul Ej, executive director and as a chief executive of Gets Fan on one associate of my penino ne immediate neighbor war chain home so or science me group chairman said Agungo so ne neighbor international and penny for more area how there are too many, but of course if you know or apology so to me friend or apology any ne wife Mrs. Joan Abnasichi. Yes, Abnasichi Regional Parliament, one of the senior clerks, and one they are told many folks. We need more man from now then. Na one more yako a year no subiti me na wakobi. Of course, I know some man penny ebekwako grace occasion. Then so wakobi no one more man penny the oebi and so na akoyi kama ate into a year ora Clements Komiasichi and all that from the folks. So that is the very state of events now. On the brighter side of life tonight, folks, yebeyade ibi nadia yebeyene eyedea. But the move around the politics of today. The politics of today. Nemedi mu remono. Me we are na me the announcement no so ade. Atoho I'm a Ghana for. I could be say kweku boni about boni ni mitrim. Mami kenka say hey kweku, watching you live from USA. I say you are breaking out kweku. We can't hear you. MC I am checking my sound. Please kweku, don't stop halfway. You have to see this through. People of Ghana needs you. Please, you must finish what you started. Emma watching you live from Portland. Abenema. Won't you ask you? Okay, this one, Ghana boy, God bless you, sir. Okay, wait, say, oh, this is beautiful. I like the design. Okay, if you like it, Brian say, P open us now. Can hear some? Okay, well, say, may his soul rest in peace. Sanity. Good one. Okay, I'll come back and then finish the message now. Up next, Ghana speaks. And Yidru Swa, still politics of today tonight. We continue to place Rwanda's blueprint for church reforms and regulation under sharp focus and examine whether the government of Ghana would consider adopting similar policies to reform, keep, and regulate the growing concerns over the avalanche of fake ministries parading across Ghanaian society, all under the claim that, quote, God has called them into ministry. The yebe na dream say yebe kwan Rwanda for need to me two sa na way this giant step we o two emedo mu kɔ anim no Ghana so betimi etu ye na esi Rwanda de no ntem ne yahwɛ adadaafo akoromfo enabrabafo ewudifo bɔne ahyɛmoma nani na yewia something that problem be no but boni no mudi tia ono onyankopon adehye konkronfo ni na no wo mo san krofo na na san nya mo mfaso aseme what be that. In view of the above, Frontline continues to intensify the build up to its upcoming expose into the ministry of Christ, while also examining same of the unholy practices across the Christian community here in Ghana. Tonight we take yet another deep dive into the sights and sounds of the troubling development, all carried out in the name of ministry. Any Christo anamotuo, any Christo nesom, any Christo abrabo ebrebra. But enu asoso ena saa wasofo enum binum tete memu ha akohwifo nkontompo na brabafo se enu ane ebe. Tonight, we begin with yet another self-style, self-dramatic, and self-imposed masquerader who has deceived many Ghanaian church members under the guise of performing miracles. In tonight's edition, we take a critical look at one of his so-called miracles, the shocking claim of supernaturally producing a Ghanaian passport. What is our same way with him? Omaya to me, I want my name. Omaya yedi to me, and then Omaya yedi to me, and a chichiri. Now, also for be free here, or free here, Opia. One of our minor actions to me, one more, won't mean facade in ye bibia anyhow. No. Na kwablani osofo wono decide na jeho ye or decide na ye diope in the name of say or ye miracles achiromane. Hey, are you serious? Hwe enime bi wo man mu a eyo man no yenso wano eyenso wano o eyo dian o man no enso wano, therefore untimi toto sade no asawram. Therefore any Ghanaian sin so to sadeno asaram, that person must be arrested. Ya arrested wa you sa nipa no say me kwekwana versus the state. As a me go jail straight. A judge must sit on that case and jail me straight. Say me dem insa ekeka sa on my japade ebi ni dey. The Ghana flag ni so no enye wadwen say ye ntama bi keke. Tika sa ni ye. And you want to say Ghana flag, and Tamakeke. Therefore, who be team the idea open? And you may be one, and so I know it. To me, one. And also then it also serves as our identity. And on that chair, Bobby. Okay, Sanyo also be a tossum yensa, and also any idea then you be peer amanone Emma Amayamaya woman soon we are say as we say Yansuye. Other than that, and it's all maybe you too fra. No, we must have what you call an identity that reflects national in character. Nenya bodown for women Jimmy womunim nyansa. Eyo man Ghana nipa bodamwa womunim nyansa. They will allow edifice, including identity. Say obin fasa identity non fanya diope. All because in the name of what? A freedom of worship. Kwasi asem what to say. Now, no, or the side of my identity, no, the year you pay. Oh, we are no fun with it. The police, the security services, it's one million and or chance one mayor, a dear chance one mayor. Nobody get arrested. Yeah, you be ashamed. Nenu nemu ya emfasua e free sadi mu ba no enye emfasua eba omano e emfasua e kosa nkrofo yi omoso asasem oti sei oh baby on my nigina na make no na wo de ma yefo nya wo na wo de wo na wo se wo ye hwan na American flag se ma fa American flag na wa ye ndia wo pe bia mu ni omemu ha me refi footballer ni din. There's a Ghanaian footballer, I don't know sir, or the Israeli for flag AAB. I've forgotten how that story is. I'll look for it. A Ghanaian okofa Israeli flag Edi beye den we nya some bibias how no someone that is also the reason why semi pebe to say obi kana say proceed if a policeman is in a uniform, if a custom officer is in a uniform, an immigration officer in a uniform, a fire serviceman is in a uniform, a military is in a uniform. No ben one share. No matter how say when you say the good from share no one for one sampa and fan cannot for any reason be say why then report on the law enforcement agency, but do not take the law into your own hands. Why? Because the uniform. The uniform is the authority. The uniform is what? Is the ability. The uniform is what? The crack of the nation. Is the heartbeat of the nation. That makes who he is and that makes who we are as one. Identity reflecting national in character. In two uniform you bet you what to say passport. Passport Ghana yen so no. Boko, we say boko, but a passport. What means sorry, no passport what it. Yet your minimum has say, and our security services could not take this into their. He said, also for a play around the passport anyhow. In the name of what? The stupidity prophecy or person ye was your prophecy or person what don't be a dream. The woman tea. Me a man of coin say yeah. Na Sanyo win narano oh yeah no. It is at the display of the international community. Can you imagine? Other nations, civilized nations around the world are watching this. No me bisa Ghana and Penifo say, why must you allow your passport to be abused to this extent? Because somebody has already was a bow down for a massive with Jimmy for lunatics in here, yes sir. What is about them? We are mad people, crazy people. Guys, sometimes I get so angry beyond anger. Say, yeah, I'm in tears, say, yeah. So me nim why until you be PS out. Odoto ma say, yeah, then waha. Who are these people? Who? No, I don't need to control we. Ah, come on. And even people may beyond. Guys, watch this. Natural idea warrior. By using national identity or the other, take a lesson.
Switzerland, Switzerland.
Yes, please.
Switzerland. It's a Switzerland. Yes, Switzerland. They refuse visa for 3 times. Yeah, they refuse visa for 3 times. Remove. Pabuano.
Yeah, remove the shoe.
Rom Pabuano.
Remove the shoe.
You pass the permission. Switzerland. Switzerland.
Yes, please.
Switzerland. It's a Switzerland. Yes, Switzerland. They refuse. Yeah, they refuse visa for 3 times. Yeah, they refuse visa for 3 times. Remove. Rom Pabuano. Rom Pabuano.
Yeah, remove the shoe.
Rom Pabuano.
Remove the shoe.
You pass the permission.
Wait, what is that? Well, is it Paulina? Paulina said this is really a concert and not what? A prayer. Anyhow you call it. You know, Ghanaians, those of you in Europe and out there, minimo maybe someone said, what I'm on my message, I'll read it. Can you put Amsterdam for passports? Eddie show problem is what the miracle be. And a British passport. Now they are share problem. Now nice so. Now also the miracle, the British passport. Ube to me the American passport. I shall problem. So what the miracles. Guys, I don't want to have an answer for myself. Guys, more fans that's what I'm going. Be that an American passport or the British passport or Dutch for passport or European passport, whatever. Ube to me the show problem is so what miracles. Now say I didn't put all miracles so and jenjen. Kwa siam pennies are a fool like that. A stupid animal like this. Not what the omino identity. Tumino or the name. No town would tiaso. Na asori ma e24. No muto. No me aniso mo bom say no me dey receiving say papa na eden why miracle. This guy wait. This animal, why miracles? By using national identity and the systems, the leadership of this nation sees there's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, a religious scholar challenges a long-held assumption asserting that none of the books Scripture can be directly attributed to Jesus Christ, pointing out that nowhere in the Bible is any text explicitly written or credited to him. Sure, I do a very controversial. Papa maybe yacho a bishop nasem ne say Jesus Christ and chro onwume biawo. No. But when say chro konkro no so ye kan bibia no a ya attribute to Jesus Christ. tie kasa no ne tie nasem ɔse bibia no a ɛkyɛ ahyɛnsodie bia no a ɛkyɛ sɛ Christ ɛkyɛ wo bia because ne nyinara nso no ɛyɛ nipa bi na ɛkyɛ nti die bɛn so nti ɛne ɛsoro a yɛbɛkan asɛm no ne attribute to Jesus Christ. The problem here, just listen to the argument. Take a listen, guys.
There is nobody who can prove that the things that the Bible says Jesus said actually came from the mouth of Jesus. Simple thing. Because there's no book of Jesus. It's the book of Matthew. Matthew says Jesus said. The book of Mark says Jesus said. The book of Luke says Jesus said. It's the book of John says Jesus said. So where do you sit? Let's say if this was Matanga Commission and you come and tell me Jesus said this, and I ask you, did you hear him say that? No. Where did you get this thing? It was written. Written by who? By Matthew. Tell Matthew to come here. No, there's no truth. It's a gospel. The gospel is not the truth. The gospel is a marketing tool to advertise this thing called Christianity. Yeah. So it is not focusing on teaching the truth. It's focusing on attracting the listener. So what we believe today, that Jesus Christ is God, does not come from God. It came from Eusebius. So it was created by a mankind, by a human being.
Who's Jesus Christ?
He was just a guy. He was just a prophet. But he is not God. And I'm teaching people to read the Bible to understand it. Because when you read it seeking understanding, there's a point where you're going to say, but this does not make sense. Yeah. There's not even one word in the Bible that was said by Jesus. In the Bible.
Ten Commandments is written by God himself.
No. God did not write the Ten Commandments.
Who wrote them?
It's Moses. It's not God. Is it not Moses?
No, it's God.
Moses delivered.
Don't read to believe, read to understand.
What's an argument? But when Vinci he goes on even boldly, arguing that the Bible is riddled with contradictions while also questioning the credibility and position of Moses within the scriptures. I feel we take Moses on of the things, the other side of Moses write-ups, and question it. No, say I may tear the Bible nankasa any argument na say hina we place Take a listen.
Bible is full of lies. Yeah, I will tell you which parts. Moses says God told him to write the 10 Commandments. Then he comes with this concept of saying, I saw a burning bush, but alone. Nobody else was there. All of the stories of Moses, they happen with him alone. Remember, Moses says he's sent by God, right? But the only proof that he has is a Bible that he himself wrote. Would you think that person, can you trust that person?
So, but then, do you believe in the Bible?
Yeah. I just don't believe in the Jewish manipulative mindset, because I'm not accepting that God can create all of us and say the only way to access him is through Jews. That's nonsense.
Hey, Zimbinda. Let's have the break. Yeah.
I see. Why is it that God will never accept you as you? Why do you have to carry a Bible? Why do you have to be a Jew? Why do you have to have the blood of Jesus for God to accept you? Is that not unfair?
I want you to answer me just a short question. I want a short answer. Does heaven exist?
No, there's no proof.
When you die, where you going?
I'm dead. Nobody knows. Are you sure that you're going to go into heaven?
Is there heaven?
I'm asking, are you sure you're going to go into heaven?
Yes.
Why? Because somebody told you there's a heaven.
Quite zigzag, is it not? These are some of the controversies that we continue to stay out there. Now, another religious scholar, Dr. Abel Daminam, has revealed what he describes as the mystery behind the establishment of contemporary state of Israel, challenging widely held beliefs about the identity and role of modern day Israel. Kaneno Israel na ye kan Bible no enye nne Israel no. There it. But a Christopher no go saw them was abriwe. A Christopher no go saw them wo hwe Israel na esi ho ne say eno no ne na no tete Israel no. But I'm sure say and the kind Ghanaian population wa meeting aga say dodo na yi nim say enye sa Israel no enne. The sa Israel na wo hin. And Israel ben senior Israel ne was in Israel ben. Well, Dr. Abel Damina, also a religious scholar and of course one of the hardest critics for the explanation of how Israel we about into fulfillment. Take a listen.
You see, the problem is
this Israel is not the one God is talking about.
The Israel in the Middle East, the state of Israel is not Bible Israel.
Okay.
The state of Israel was a political and economic orchestration in 1948. That's not Bible Israel.
Oh.
In the Bible, Israel is a person.
Jacob.
He wrestled with God. Towards morning, his tie was broken. God told him, from now your name will no more be called Jacob, but Israel. You have prevailed with God.
Yeah.
Then the children of Jacob now formed the 12 tribes of Israel. But because they did not obey God and follow God, their enemies scattered them all over the earth. So that Israel was gone.
Oh.
And in 1948, there was a political arrangement by the Rothschild. If you know the Rothschild.
Yes, I know the Rothschild.
The Rothschild actually created the state of Israel, historically.
Wow.
So the Israel you have today in the Middle East is not the Israel in the Bible.
So where is the Israel of the Bible?
It's no more.
Scattered.
It's no more.
So why now some people say, oh, we are the real Israelites, we are the Jews, we are the this one?
Well, if you study the Bible very well, the coming of Jesus demystified Israel. The coming of Jesus retired Israel. Because when Jesus came, he put an end to the dichotomy between the Jew and the Gentile. Jesus took the Jew, the Gentile, put them together, and out of the Jew and the Gentile brought out a new kind of humanity that never existed before, which is now the true Israel of God, which is not measured by circumcision in the foreskin, but circumcision of the heart. That's the way the Bible teaches it. So today, the Israel of God are those that are born of God by believing in the gospel of Christ. It's no more a state somewhere in the Middle East.
Yeah, he's right. This Israel was formed in 1948. So this is where is the old Israel. Now he mentioned a group of people, we call them the Rothschild. Unimum. Do you know the Rothschild? Go and research about them. The Rothschild. Now we are now their torso, the Windsor. Okay? The Rothschild, the Windsor. Research about that groups now. Research about the Zionists. Research about events in CFR, the Council on Foreign Relations. The Trilateral Accord, the Bilderberger Group. Research about them, or the Bilderberger Group research. Then we are going to research about who, just research, put it in the form of a question. Who are the 13th family that controls the world? The 13th family. You understand what is going on. I will say we are your team. Ate. Obi kasa na kwekuna Israel foi pa obi amoye nyankopon na mo som nyankopon pa na matamfo nemo enya eyi kakra bi a se ye ka sisi ye ka se o we de obi kan ye guso ye ka se rocket ahodo scud missiles bombs ye shield war ye shell war Iran ho any Lebanon Israel my senior brother ko Israel ba say brother ko hey motia na mo si den Israel ye kum nipa te se de ye kum eyi enkokọ no the God of Israel. Yenya can be nyaza. Israel nyame beji you. Israel nyame beji you. Israel nyame. Wono ne tamfuna wono one ne ekono ono all hano no. Ono nkonko gina tabernacle bi enim so wo bompa say Christ emro. Wono no waye de me okuta heaviest industrial complex, military industrial complex, and a one muscle and war two bombs and flying across the skies. Also tiha Israel nyame brao, Israel nyame brao, Israel nyame ye twen wo sao. Let me read some messages here. Mimi Asare Daniel say, Obinim is says, come on, concept God bless you. We so say, I think yes, Recus say, I think the Switzerland ambassador can summon this guy to court. Okay. I'll say, Jesus never wrote a book, yet it was those who saw, went on, and his followers that wrote the book. Okay. Emma say, I don't think the country is moving in the right direction. We need changes to improve the situation for our people. And John Mahama can do better than this. Stop this crazy madness prophecy. Okay. Despite everything, since the Bible was written, the content has been digital. World today is not able to dispute. Okay, my question is about all of those old infrastructure way back BC that holds the doctrine. Okay, who were those that Adolf Hitler tied to kill or was going after? Okay, so say it's very scary. Okay, so good one. Now, tonight another scholar steps forward with a provocative revelation challenging the very foundation of religion and arguing that its origins were deliberately shaped in ways that contradicts the beliefs and cultural identity of this people of color. Or say assume yet by Serebea Menumino Yadrineno and yet to say the Etenwa. Now the okay and a cray. By this time the me sure say, yeah, ye perceive a kind of saying the nationalists, the movement to educate na ye boy homework na see be hu ni krebi no megidi say nsem ne bi ma ye ka ene Ghana ni bi Ghana for bi mu say ebi esom na ma say a boy to walk much closer to God. No amasa esom amma say a boy may walk closer to God. No. So this man ya obeka say obetimi aba say o ene kwafo and I said you can enya ne kre tie ni wie ne hwade. Take a listen to this.
Do you know what was the true purpose behind the creation of religion?
No, sir. Please tell us.
Religion wasn't created to connect you to God. It was created to control your connection to God. In biblical times, spiritual knowledge was abundant and everyone had access to it. People experienced their rhythm with nature. They could feel the presence of the divine within their breath, their bodies, their heart. As civilizations grew, leaders realized something powerful. If you could control what people believe, you can control how they behave. So they built systems. They took mystical teachings from the words of Jesus, Buddha, Krishna. They institutionalized them. They turned living wisdom into doctrine. They told us God is all powerful and you must worship him. And if you obey, you'll be rewarded in the afterlife with him in heaven. But here on earth, you're a sinner. You need the church, the priest, the temple to reach God. And that's how humanity slowly lost its direct connection to God.
What do you make of? Yeah, me yes, I know. Me jawa dream na also dream home. My internasia ni embrace BBRC embrace keke. Dream home. It's a thought-provoking. Dream home. Say at some way ni tini ni nine ebeko saying. And into the Diana WhatsApp number na mo friend to guys. A man for complaining you MCR for your WhatsApp number. Mo friend to man me friend to Jose Fred. For message to her na makan na ma share also knowledge wono na yedin komo what say WhatsApp number is 0202973461 dey be am NC for no gise meka mo complaining nyame on na omode ato no WhatsApp line won so share no so say ye ato ya kase frɛ share your views on it na u views na ye betimi ade this time won say me di me huni pa me kenkan messages ni now folks mami yi we so nkyerɛ na some war can say or no so can ho a Christo so betimi go Ghana it's na say Christo so betimi go Ghana and a DNT and all ma Christo sum engu not ho Tio one of a self-star self-dramatic one of my prophets maybe natural na say so no can ho a Christo sum kra betimi go Ghana so die be sunti ena nadwene osusu se ye ne se oka no ho a Christo sum begu na sa na tie a ena na tse se bibi boni bi koso e wo Christo sum nim of which on waka so ye part of it nti dey nti na onye ma Christo sum na engu why na e ka say listen to him carefully
me dina we se na me timi ofri Christo sum a I can code up Christianity 10 days. Wow, information will be any. Me dina we say na me timi ofri Christian I can code up Christianity 10 days. Wow, information will be any. Me dina we say na me timi ofri Christian I can code up Christianity 10 days. Wow, information will be any. Me dina we say na me timi ofri Christian I can code up Christianity 10 days. Wow, information will be any. Me dina we say na me timi ofri Christian I can code up Christianity 10 days. Wow, information will be any. Me dina we say na me timi ofri Christian I can code up Christianity 10 days. Wow, information will be any.
Ozedei so mo twen ho free Christo sum a obetimi close Christo sum in how many days o mo nsem na de bi ameka na obi tini be bia o na kwekwanan nkasa ye ebinie this guy you see some media guys bi o Ghana ha no mama sa software nim binim wo mo ye dem na one of them ye Captain Kwado Smart Kahon and some of you these unscrupulous, useless, wicked, evil men of God, they're making noise. Ghana. Captain Smart, or one of them. He's one of them who aids some of these men. He's one of the culprits of journalists. Stupidity means some fool, means some who ekoso woman. Ni emomo yes anem no kwase asam na bi no and I tell you if you come no collapse Christo so me ka dey we na brebeni on collapse amwa kwata en collapse Christo so me ka dey so betimia advert even wo ye wo can I say can I sample PCFM for ya metasres akoy say advert ne ko say obi ba be ware ne baba na say I also on say this way was there then or say or the list happen or say hwem say obetimi a ne sa de obetimi collapse Christ so way papa way that day ni bia no man say omunya a bunch of crooks thieves way amwakwata so be collapse Christosum. I challenge him. He should come out and all free Christosum. Almost say only thing collapse Christosum. Now then 1 year. On the basis of this, let's just say BB cause for Christosum that he knows of. So why is he quiet? Amwakwata a pejanity is a catch. Jimmy for munimi nyansa na mo sori a mo kwako butu weni mu weni asa mo dey yese tam. They are making rich rich into their pocket. Ghanaians, stop the fooling and wake up. They are a bunch of what? Thieves, criminals and thieves and robbers, masqueraders across the space of the gospel, abusing the gospel like nobody's business. The commercialization and selling something called what? HOPE, hope, at the detriment of the Ghanaian who is wondering where next salvation is coming from, depending what salvation you are looking for. But I'm telling you. And the matisa or ye you may be church. No person or catch the president design next year 70th year no. Womunya dien Ghana nya dien and I say na fahina assembly. Omunya ya dadafo womu hwedo mbedi keke 17 years asofo omudo omu beji me so wo Ghana wo dey abete the 70th anniversary yebedi me say wo Ghana obehu die besi. They are a bunch of criminals. They simply just want to jump into it. Keke no my yen say yen hwe say anio a year Yakupon di shrebi sunku bi di bro my Ghana as if says I shan there Yakupon famba unless he did 70 years na ansana. Crooks. They are all crooks. A day NSS you ansana Christosum no. Obetwin hu efrim. He's just, you see, oh, Irade, oh gosh. When you pay Gua saw demo, not so great, most of your friends saying Parliament House, and I know see a day. Oh, Zanano, maybe 3 years, Lana Monday. She said, Quabnani, I will see and Puma. I call my friends a jabba, no me channel, so bebadia, Miss Omra Mistidia, so bebadia. I just Irade, I want them to come. Namumbe demonstrated the God's power na mokano. Samunya dadafo and amunya kromfo by using and abusing God's name through manipulation, hypnotization, and dogmatism. Muye nipa benya. Journalists or more Ghana ni nimdi omo yentia, and they've allowed all of these unscrupulous rogues and scavengers to be flying on the religious space. Why am I doing I so politicians in kwa idea winti yenyina politicians no so nkwa. Line, our friend, I don't know why you've called the line. The line is not meant for call. Please respect yourself. Cut the line. For message, Ebra, the line is not meant to call. Well, what is going on in this country? No, akakabinsem. Where is omutiti studio I so put the do so ye you so I don't even ultimi who the oil. Wait, this self-dramatic amwakwata Bejia Ghana for him Ejia Nasurifie the world and the church can get about the president. Who is he today? Bunch of crooks, criminals. Mungo bisano, so kona so no bisano. I dare him. I dare Ben Obeka Ghana for, including the supporters of Kennedy. And Anna Mekacho Kennedy Nasemo. It's unfortunate. He allowed that space because some of us we knew something bigger was was terribly wrong. And Kennedy was not one of them to have allowed some of these self-star masqueraders right at his space, but he allowed them. So what's a Ghana? Could you make me say, me challenge any Ghanaian. Me say what's a quick one? The American in Yanakra. Many Canada Japan ye started project we, sa crusade we. But you miss us a brown why money in Quantanwa or no coco join it, sa space. You miss us a do was saying, woman do was saying, and I feed woman Kennedy big dinner simple. So Emma Kennedy, all the prophecies about say he's coming, he's this, he's coming to do this, and I said for no what. Siaki Kani Jimmy Castle Mukaguni Trim, one did Korea Hifa. I challenge them, including a bunch of animals. Then I'm really no. Woman did Korea Hifa. Woman did Canada Japan, Korea Hifa. I challenge them. Who was the God they were worshipping, including Amakwata? Adada for Ghanaian, wake up. Maweniwe, and yet they ente ate. Maweniwe ente. What did they do to him? They misled him. And it was even around this time, Canada, Japan, na ba a drop his sukra down. No big no more. And I saw the angel. And the angel useless animals, sir. Na mom space so many did I will mind him. Guys, tonight I have a message for Ghanaians before I go on break. Message, Mede Brown in here. It's a message you need to listen and listen well. It's been long overdue after days, weeks, months, a year. This platform has been drumming home and drumming home as well as the build up into our biggest expose we title The Workers of Iniquity. And this expose is going to unravel the foundation of the Christian church in Ghana. Kweku, you can name me after Satan's right man or Satan's left man, or you can say Kwekuanan is the apostle of satanic whatever. I have not even it doesn't reach, and it will not wreck. But folks, for long overdue, and why this expose has to take a much longer period, even after the announcement of last year 2024 all until 2025, 2026. I am here tonight to announce to you that the Frontline expose and of course the maiden expose is taking off. On Monday, 23rd of March 2026. The expose is kicking off here. Now, this is the last show for the week. And I'm sure you know, Friday is a holiday. So Friday, we are not doing a show. So this is my last show for the week. The Frontline will not do a show on Friday. Definitely will repeat a show, but not live show. But again, may I announce to you that Monday is also a holiday, but for the purpose of the commencement of the much anticipated expose, we are going to break the grounds and we are going to pull the veil, and then we shoot the expose on Monday, 23rd of March. Folks, I am to tell you that yes, the expose is going to break the grounds, and the first victim, who is no other person but a Ghanaian, flew from all the way from the United States, currently here in Ghana, would be in the studio to tell her story. Who is this Ghanaian renowned bishop? Caused a harm to her, and why? And all of that. And of course, on Monday, the expose would also unveil all the characters behind, from Monday all until maybe the end of, I don't know how many months will go. the expose will kickstart. So folks, I call on all Ghanaians here and around the world, gauge the space. Particularly those of you who wants to know who are these some of the, what do you call it, masqueraders using Bible, build churches. They build a lot of churches, and they are using the church as a cash cow to defrauding innocent souls in this country. Asma making nan is here. My last show, weekly. Friday holiday. Me ko chane nyane museni for no. You could didi. Monday is a holiday. But Monday holiday is about 23rd of March. And no ye breaking the grounds. Monday ni ye be ye eradie didi ti. Monday ye baba be ye de eradie betun say didi ni eradie didi. Ebenum communion ni anum wine. Inti ukwa sore kwesi ade ya bisa osofo say hey Jack expose no ka ho bia na bisa na asend your beka che wo de fashion ho. Okay, yeah, bisa osofo no across the charismatic authors whatever we enye expose na no nkrofo betena ho a wo no mo keka o story no me say this time the victims will be speaking. The victims, so what the cousin say yes. Now on Monday, the maiden edition of this expose would speak to a victim expose into a plane ticket about Ghana, would take the seat and tell her story. Who is this bishop in Ghana? Or then the far Kwan Benso. And then you be bishop in the picture and everything got so be anyhow. Now who or so kwa also went to na otiase enye na opesa otiase na wuntimi so ntiase brifiha bra. On Monday, guys, a holiday, but the Frontline meeting edition of the much anticipated expose would kickstart here in the studios of CTV. And of course, tonight, let me show you all the dramas about the expose and how the expose begins to create the awareness and the build-up for you to know that we are doing this to also sanitize the Christ Church and to sanitize the Christian community here in Ghana. Take a listen to this. Great, guys, welcome back. Of course, the Frontline show, first edition. Me call short break me back. The Frontline, Ghana Speaks Extension. I'm going to unveil the Rwanda's report. May I share how I reported it, because stick and stay. I'll be right back. For now. Great. Welcome back to Ghana Speaks Extension, and of course, in this edition, folks, tonight, I welcome you back to Ghana Speaks Extension. In this edition tonight, we turn the spotlights once again on the Rwandan blueprint for Ghana for church regulation and reforms. We examine its impacts and relevance while calling on Ghanaian authorities to consider adopting a similar policy direction to ensure accountability, order, and integrity within the religious space. Now, documenting one. Tonight, we need the last document, any the summary of the Rwanda's report. Now, Shaha, also in summary, since 2018, the Rwandan government has shut down more than 10,000 places of worship, with a sharp increase of approximately 4,000 to 5,600 closures recorded between July and August 2024 alone. The core situation, Echo, do you have the report? Put it there. Also, the core situation, government position, authorities through the Rwandan Governance Board, RGB, describe the closures as necessary to protect public health, safety, and national order. To protect them, to protect public health, safety, criticized the rapid growth of what he calls mushroom churches, unquote, arguing that some exploits vulnerable citizens. He has emphasized that Rwanda needs economic development and industrial growth more than unregulated worship centers. And he's right. Paul Kagame, oh, come on. He's one of the African best. And you also, in sorry dining against what? Or you protect it? Public what? Health, order, national order. Because who is sorry no? And so ni ye jumagu on bottom. All the charges, including Amwakwanta Mina, woman ye jumagu on bottom. Woman are now scrupulous journalists if we be do market on platform, so giving them, hyping them, and doing all sorts of things. Into Adia Betchino, Ghana ni Kosha, office or your soft ma pebiama. At that daft 1 year, 2 to 4, in Kontompo. Na deni. But Paul Kagame is right. Now, mandatory requirements, or say to operate legally, churches are now required to meet strict conditions, including 1, theological qualification. Lead, I'm not telling me. Kennedy Baby, we need what near there no. Wait. That's all you're too much. Also, requirements need to operate legal, and charges are now required to meet strict conditions, including 1, theological qualification. Lead what? Pastors must possess at least a bachelor's degree in theology. Anna Emwa. Number 2, building standards, worship facilities must comply with structural and safety regulations such as proper soundproofing, lightning protection, fire safety equipment, and paved access roads. 3, financial transparency. All offerings and donations must pass through officially registered bank accounts, and churches must undergo yearly professional audit. A crumb for and nabraba for thieves. Sikani need kogu account on open to manage account no. You useless men. Adada for ye kogu account me do ope and woye. Paul Kagame said ye ben Sikani Nara, as soon as Sikani Nara must pass through the approved account. No matter what they take. Now, Kupoya Monday, maiden edition. May video natural. Our members of parliament in Ibi. Yes and no. As I see a regulating, sorry, no. Sorry, and so I saw mutual tax. Why are there? When you should start the debate. Start the debate. Let the church pay taxes in this nation. We are chrome for. Now, yes, we are also impact, or say impact on communities. Impact on communities. Or say The enforcement measures have particularly affected smaller Pentecostal congregations. Many worshippers now travel long distances to attend service, while others meet directly to avoid penalties, risking arrest. Some pastors have reportedly relocated to neighboring countries to continue their ministry. Why not? Now we relocate and I say, I baby no not to Rwanda on free home to Torium. I am Muslim, Nipom, and Yam, or Dotom, or no Mokoya, so Gani, Sana Gani. So the lives of the Jabanamo, the lives of Amwaquatanamo, the lives of Zaquano, so Echo so many demame. I could even our pon who are Muslim friends, a Jabnya and answer day. Something that crook, another animal be. What's your friend saying? Or fire uja. Look at that fool fire uja. Some pennies are the me one another say a dear no yanko say of with your sofa. I between and ne kosi Monday. I challenge you guys for ne kosi Monday. Mama kwekwana na ewiom mpai na menkwasha asasana asem ya mfana asem ho. Me twem. Fitene and what's the friend say fire then fire uja. Nkwa siedin ya deda omo so won fana picture no to so mame quick yan ntema me call show ni din the fire and the oja. What kind of stupidity tautology we also man ko school ninti wan ko school nimdie ba ko se nimdie ba ko se omtim can go say now and they are abusing you, the Ghanaian. They continue to abuse you, your fundamental right, and abuse you. So we be abuse you because we Ghanaian. But all the abuse, no more abuse, it goes largely affects the entire what. The nation's moral fiber, which is dangerous because Ghana, yenya isolated. The international community no more train. If we are seeing there train, sent to be passport, not the passport nation nease nimpabumu, or the passport nation ni shoe just because of some convincing me pay go into obinim. Such a lunatic, sir. A woman was say or the passport national on my ejapadio because when you see a friend ejaba a pennies look at this fool on what upon hosa who be did the matter anyhow because of what no me say my boni dimpo hada when yo now we a bema bi wano na kasa when some form di Ghana bi wano na mon kasa president bi eni o memo why na say obe take mu asofo no on ema yankopon nim nyama deade ati ase na podi game de nyame be shane Rwanda man muntimi fa mo compare Rwanda o come on yet so o say show now asofo no mu Rwanda be biri dwane to Torium, Rwanda reflects a strong state-driven effort to regulate the religious sector in the name of public safety, accountability, and national development, while the government, through the Rwanda Governance Board, maintains that these measures protect citizens from exploitation and unsafe conditions. The scale and intensity of enforcement have raised concerns about religious freedom and state control. Na Ghana dey politicians in here ready some ball ho ban. Now ade o monka say ball man ne kro no. Na ade no mo kwa koye obi sese obi sunye den. No. They are all in cahoot, put together, shake together, run over. A connectivity. Now I say ultimately the issue cites the intersection of governance and civil liberties. Sites and civil governance and civil liberties. The long-term impact would likely depend on whether the regulations are applied transparently and fairly, balancing the need for order and development with a constitutional right to freedom of worship. Yeah, the same thing. And yet the same thing. It's the freedom of worship. Na say mu bie mo religious space no. Many people dim kwasi asamza. Sanete. O ma be me yes It's the freedom of worship in the na say mu bie mu space no mo air space no and the television channels ni ano why name na age me kan say mu Sagana ni bi say me bo akwana ko check all your television channels ni is being apart from say private stations here to talk to about getting to 56%, if not about 60%. are being run by these unscrupulous animals. No mo de ye nyoma nkwa siade e we fie no mo. Ghana ni soro ni na soap opera as soap opera na the Ghana ni no or yes soap opera no in free Mexico na free Thailand be free. No the Ghana ni is being shaped by foreign influx of a foreign identity and culture. Nothing that is being done on our television screens that gives national in character. Abba any pebeni sebin previous animal kingdom no ko mo dwen o. They mo dwen wate. They are thinking. Also, the mass closure of place of worship in Rwanda reflects a strong state-driven effort to regulate the religious sector in the name of public safety, accountability, and national development. While, ultimately, the issue sites at the intersection of governments and civil liberty, the long-term impact will likely depend on whether regulations are applied transparently, fairly, balancing need for order and development with a constitutional right to freedom of worship. Rwanda de na makaya chiro na Ghana de na be den Rollins sorry bribi abesenko na Montana sie so na Montana sie my main message will say, hi anointed one, please, good evening, please, my name is Wisdom Love. I am being following you're from long time, and I humbly and truthfully wanted to let you know that you are 100% anointed than all of the men of God they claim to be in the whole world. God bless you, anointed one. Please, I would find a time to send you a voice and expose the strategies from the so-called Christian and Muslims. Okay. Also, you're anointed. Let me tell you this, guys. All of us, we are all what? We are God sent to. Every human being on this earth. We are here for a reason. You are here for a reason. There's a reason why. Like Kirk Franklin said, there's a reason why I sing. There's a reason why we are all here. Do not see your man of God, the pastor, the prophet, the bishop, so onupe and onyankopon anointing the assembly ashana. No, please, that's a big mistake. You are here for a reason. Through you, somebody must survive tomorrow. Okay, through you, somebody must get an information to the next. Through you, something must be done to the next level, right? Except that a nation that is what? Is misguided, a nation that doesn't have what? Consciousness. These are the things you see. Hi, Kweku, great job. Keep it up. You are one of the few credible journalists I admire and love to listen to. Please, let not little minds and undiscerning followers damp your spirit and resolve to keep enlightening and educating us, to keep us away from the darkness of the ignorance and continue to open our eyes and enlighten us. But Kweku, please talk to your crew in charge of the audio transmission of your show to up their game, because sometimes the audio transmission is not is nothing but appealing. Stay blessed, Kweku. CB Constant, take my big salute. MC Amutie. Also, the enemy is screaming up. I cannot be seen to be doing all. But I am systems. Your show today was married with very bad audio. We could not get the best of the show. I say, hi, Senior Kwekwanan. When would Ghana realize these pastors are what? The cause of our problems. Ghana would rise again if we do away with these fake prophets. God bless you. Ninoy from Westland. I love you, boss. Ni. I love you too, bro. I don't know Ni, but let's see how that goes. Also, God bless you, Kweku. We listen to you every day, but today the sound is not good. Keep on. We support you. Oh, and Nepal last show, MCR, Nkrofu in your sound, there was a sound on TV. Oh, let them check your sound. You see? Nina, that's a complaint. Also, good evening. Sound has been off for about 30 minutes, so we can't even hear what you are saying. 30 minutes power. Oh, guys, are you listening? And many people are complaining about the sound. Yeah. I'll say good evening, please. Since you began the program, we can't hear. It's like you have a problem with your connection. I guess so. MCR and management. Samuti. The management of this station, you are listening. Some of these things you do and you provoke me to say what I have to say, because I have told you people constantly the things that goes against my kind of saying image is what I don't want to tolerate. I've spoken my head off and lots of construction is going on, but some of these things you must take note of it and sort it out. Please, oh. Some of these things can be dealt with and it can be done in no time. I am speaking to my management of CTV television. Moshe Bibi yo. Da kopera mo beso na mo behwe ma madwuma. Mo meka nkyere wi ase kwekwa nan yetua ne ka wa madwuma. Na enya me meka nsem ni na akere wi ase. Oh yeah. Me di masama me di ne fe o. Samu tutu ni o me bi ya. God, the day is coming. Good evening. I am enjoying your program, but there is a problem. All we see is movement, no talking, not only today, but always. I think there is a sabotage somewhere. There's no sabotage anymore. You want me to spew out in your home? Okay, guys, messages Dawson. They are all complaining about sound. Please, I'm watching you live from Tema, and the sound is not clear. Yeah. Baby, we are seeing a ratio. What goes on? Please, I'm watching you live from Tema, and the sound is not clear. May kind of amazing dozens. Yeah. Dozens. Okay, guys. My sincere apology, okay? Let me apologize to my viewers and my listeners. For those of you who really believe, say, yes, this is your show. That's sometimes sounding into me, man. I feel your pain and I feel your what's it? Was it good? Okay, wait your message for me. Okay. It's a monfancheme na yebesheni na ya resolve. Why? Okay, good evening, Kweku. My daughter wants to work in CTV television. Watching you live from Teshi, Ayalolo. I see. Where's it? Good evening, sir. Thank you for the good work. I'm watching you live from Miami. Hey, Miami, New York City. All right, Miami. I hope it's Miami from where pa. Hey, Adebe na odi abi. Okay, let me read this one. Oh no, wait you. Nigerian university, wait you. Hello, Kwekwanan. I had to disagree with you on the church reform in Rwanda. Can Ghana follow? Why not the other? Is it a call? The Rwanda reforms, no. Near bit me the abadie. Really? Okay. Mama Joe said, this is Andrew's more fire. Andrew, I hope so. When you come on. Good evening, Kweku. How I wish I could enjoy your show today, but your sound team made it impossible. Please be hard on them, just like you want the Ghana government to be hard on the pastors. Thank you and have a great night. Keep on doing a wonderful job. Yeah, guy. I agree with you. Some of the things I said, I've complained to my man. Can't say. Let me put it straight to my group chairman. Group chairman said we are going to Ochina Udi Afache. I believe there, the end of this month, all of these machines now, Chief Sedu Agongo, you are a man of your words. Please assist the management to get a lot of Enyoma Bebwire. Group chairman Sedu Agongo, salute you, sir. Ochina Udia Fashepa. but me Saudi Afashe because Monday ye schedule me kese pa ase ewo ahase and ye pese enyoma ekoye na amafo so enjoy the ye hwehwe no ma enkoye. Okay, yes na enkoye why yes mame I'll say fire burn all of this leku su pastors and those Betsy men. God bless you and keep the fire burning. You are the torture something. I'm so okay, something wrong. Okay, no problem. Yes, guys, but it won't be see. I say, but I'll say, good evening. I am enjoying the program, but there's okay, man. I'll say, hi. Could you please repeat this program since we heard nothing? I don't know if okay. We'll work it out with MC. I say repeating every year. Then we'll look at it so that Friday will repeat. But of course, like I said, Friday is a holiday. And Kweku, well, say hello, Kweku. Why did you leave? Oh, David Davis. I've said it over. You're asking me why I left that place, but I've explained it over and over, so there's no need to explain it. Why? Mira, why? When it opens, so message now. Okay. Okay, guys. See this year, national so say we need a last program. My live telecast on Friday, remember a repeated one. If this one we are sound in your car, we need repeat. Why? The Frontline expose and Monday a holiday, but program we be betnas Monday kesiye pa Monday any day expose no maiden edition ya day toso na de be sinye victim bia ono de de na ebe hyase o man penny o man penny o we free America we try to plane ticket about so quick me me pese me betan na me kasama Ghana for ne temene na me kire mo ade a sa osofu penny o de me fast so o your sofo ben ya Monday we be hu ni image expose is it's going to rock every corner. And I saw for no be busy pa to the share down so monso my margin say obi kana so kwekwe be ma wako eyi hibernation yeah hwe de mo betimi aye obi entimi nya hwe folks but the mu see na share no of course program that so that YouTube on to betimi aye obetimi na wako akohwe me bibia no aye kama but of course ye behwe ne am repeated no so yankopon ya dem Friday okay then in added an aquam so the mama bibia how from Monday going and yama bear fine pa bibia bear kama obe enjoy show no expose no so there and I think and the folks but them will see and I say great guys na mama chidom Echo Bismarck great guy Joshua womina and a bomb chidom and then online editor Keynes and so a bo chidom online editor yeni dwa editors at large Kofi Ansa and then director of research Eno Kofi Ejiro of course at the point on no complaints sound name say how you are and folks mo fan che me say bebre mu nya sound nenti no problem ye be hwe rectify nyo me na say sound ne ye na ye ne de be den ye de be to ho for repeater obi hu it's Friday 8:05 p.m. for CTV na hwe what is coming Nanyoma and Danakwe. My name still remains Kweku Anan. Until I come your way, same time, Monday, holiday, special edition. Monday, special edition like this. It will be like this. It'll be swinging like this. The pendulum will swing. And then there will be what? A clarion call and a symbol in the Christian community in Ghana. Folks, stay out of trouble and enjoy your weekend. And of course, my greetings to all our Muslim brothers. Of course, we don't grab a kind of review and back friends saying Idil Fitr on Yankopon Allah any more dinner. I come to me so me ye be a fine do baby and I honor say me break it. But at least I was with you guys, and I believe that all my guys, all my Muslim brothers and sisters, particularly my group chairman Seidu Alhaji Seidu Agongo. Munya Seidu Agongo picture or move on to screen is where yes Dimo Kotine. What was saying? Zono na Ochina. Yes, Ora Seidu Agongo, of course, is going to join the Muslim group all over the country. Obviously, group chairman, Fanisi. Okay, no problem. Yes, but of course, Seidu Agongo, indefatigable business guy, does good stuff in the country, contributing to Ghana's GDP and the economy and all of that. Ochina Muina, Ochina Yena Yera Sheikh Sarabutu, Yenene Bebum, na Yasom, Edidi Swa, na just say, Memenenda. Kwesiada Monday near Sunday atwaso na ndi na chese agro no na ekono yenim yenu an Muslim for empire mu sanity go homo me man tese Sheikh Bijina kona bi ye prophecy na Sheikh bi ye no asofo na am akom kire omo mpe na omaye edidi fo nko edidi February no omo say omo nya na be fanfare bi omo nya free January ape omo say ye twa 1 month fasting no omo ye fasting. And so you're fasting there no more year. And I down boti pa num tea ya chikusia pa we see home bishop moi we did this no be John or catch church members or munye here baba na or kikanism no can walk no moka. And so on ya come bia or dada sorry man. Yes folks ye me an Muslim for nyame nhram no come no mfa mu akwantiwe onfa dwum emu yedie papa emfemra omen kwaku ahanam de mu besi nyame adoma Monday me no mo behye esum kese na ase bye for now.